Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and welcome. We are playing the Collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend on the Nintendo Switch. What I am going to be starting here today is the first game, Final Fantasy Legend, as a solo playthrough. Solo playthrough being one character. There it is right there. There's Final Fantasy Legend 1, Legend 2, and Legend 3. Legend 1 is here we go. I have already started playing this game and beaten it numerous times. Just little housekeeping tips. I'm going to be playing it on a large size screen in case anybody needs to adjust their screen to make it fit for better viewing. I'm also going to be playing the game speed and fast. That's also one of the options. As you can see, there's normal speed and fast. So I'll hit start and let it go through its story there. Now, I just want to say a disclaimer. This is not for someone who is starting this game for the very first time. I'm doing this for the people who have played this game before and are looking for a different challenge. It's not that easy unless you really know how to set yourself up. And the earlier you can do it in the game, the better. So, as well as, there's going to be massive amounts of spoilers. So, if you don't want to know what's going to be happening further in the game, please go play the game and come back after you beat it and try it with a different challenge. That's the purpose of this solo challenge, is to try a little bit more difficult setting of the game. And while we're here on the character selection screen, I can advise that there's two difficulty levels, just in my opinion. There's an easier level or easier way of doing this and a difficult way of doing this. And I can kind of explain that as we go. As you can see here, you got two humans, two mutants, and a couple of monsters. This solo playthrough really cannot be done unless you're playing with a human. Now, the female human is the easier way to start, and I can explain that once we get going. And I'm going to name her Solo, just for the solo playthrough. Alright, so this is the start, and here's the reason as to why this is the easier way versus playing as a human male. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up here. This is the weapons area. But come into your menu screen, which if you're playing on the Switch, I believe is just the X button. Go to equipment. You see your female human there, Solo, and de-equipped Saber. And just for good measure, I'm going to de-equip my bronze and re-equipped it down here at the bottom. That's just how I like to organize things. It's just by putting the armor down at the bottom. As well, I'm going to be talking a lot, especially in this first world, because you're going to be setting yourself up for later on in the game, mostly in this first world. You're going to do a lot of grinding. I'm sorry to say it's a big grind very early on, but I'm not going to sit here and show you all the grind, but I will explain it to you. This is not the first solo playthrough I've seen online, but I have not seen any other one that has a commentary, so I hope this is going to help a little better. I don't remember who the other person is that does the solo playthrough. I'll try and find that out, because I'm going to reference him probably once or twice. Or sorry, I shouldn't say him. I'm going to reference them, because I'm not sure I don't know who it is. They give some or just by viewing, they give some pretty good tips as well. So here, we're at the weapon shop, as you can see on the left here. And you're going to sell that saber, which I think you're going to get, yes, 1,030 gold pieces, GP. Go ahead and do that. Now, what you're going to buy here is you're going to buy a rapier. That's only 24. Pretty cheap, which is good. And you're also going to buy the gold armor. Back out of here, and then go next door to the potion shop. What you want to do here, and so, is you want to buy an agility potion, at least one, because rapiers mostly work on agility in this game. You will need strength and you will need agility, especially by the end of this first world. You will actually be maxing out your agility and your strength stat. So get one of those. You might also want to buy one of these, which is HP 200, and for those who have played it before, you'll know this is what essentially gives you more hit points. As well as you might want to just to help yourself out, in case you get into a jam, buy yourself at least 2 potions. And you're going to have some left over. If you want, maybe go back here and buy this. The gold gauntlets. But that doesn't leave you with much gold pieces, which that's okay. You'll be helping. You'll be getting help on that very quickly. So let's equip them up. Rapier there, just down at the bottom. Change that out. And your gold there. Now, and if you want, leave yourself maybe a space or two. Put one of your potions in. You might need it in a battle you don't know coming up. Now, let's just quickly go to the stats. As you can see there on the left, strength is 4, defense is now currently 11, and agility is 8. Now, I believe if I'm going to take the agility potion, it's going to shoot up her agility, I think 3 for the first couple of times that you do it, and then after that, it's just every 2. For this first section of the game, when we go to the next town, you're going to want to have your agility about 16, and when you face the Lizard King, I think he's called, I'll go over what kind of stats that I had in order to beat him. And then moving forward, I'll tell you my stats kind of were to make it a little bit easier. The agility potion. And let's just check out the stats just for good measure. So it actually jumped up 4. That's not bad. And the HP 200. Now, when you use the HP 200, as you probably know, it's going to be random almost every time. I found in certain types of games, I mean, there's multiple different versions of this game, that it can jump, or it might just be pretty stagnant and always only ever gives you like 9. I know on the Game Boy version, little trick that I used to play is if I didn't like what I saw, I would reset and try it again. Like I'd press the A, B, select start, and try it again until I got a decent roll. But for the purposes of this game, I'm not going to care what I get. 13. That's not bad. And we'll just call it at that. And rule number 1 for playing RPGs. Save, save, save. And let's just... there. Alright. So we are done in this town for now. I mean, if you want to sell your bronze gauntlets, you can. You don't have to, I don't think. Maybe keep it just for now. Your best bet for fighting is that right there. We want to be hopefully looking for goblins. I would stay away from the albatross and the lizard. The only reason I think for the lizards is because they've got higher defense and higher hit points, but they're still not that difficult. The albatrosses hit hard, so you don't really want to fight them until a little bit later. So let's just keep going, and you can hold down the A button, it'll just keep going. If it's any meat left over, you can eat it or not. It's not going to do anything. So key in this world is the gold pieces. You need a lot of gold pieces. And once you get to the point of where you get the King's Sword, which obviously we'll be going to very shortly after we get the armor. We want to get the armor first. I think you're going to need somewhere around 30,000 gold pieces. You don't have to go to this town if you don't want to. Oh, we got a fight on the way. There's not much in here. Oh, you can take a little look if you want. See, there's the inn. A couple of people. You can talk to them if you'd like. That's what happens if you die. You need to revive yourself, but that's only if you have party members. I don't believe there's anything else that we might need here. I mean, you can buy another rapier if you need to. I don't think you need to at this point. However, we do get that bronze helmet, which we can always add to our defense. So I'll just get that. Equipped it there. Again, just like as I said, I like putting all my armor down at the bottom just to make it neat and tidy and organized a little bit. And usually the first couple of spots for any weapons, I might, and there's probably going to be a point there where we can actually get a pair of shoes much later on in the game. We'll go to the inn just to fill ourselves up with hit points. It's only 9. And we're going to start making our way over here. We're not going to go to that castle just yet. We should go to this castle. I think you have to talk to the king in order to trigger this part. You may or may not, but check it out. Can't leave without all 4. At least maybe he's talking to the Orbs of the Spheres a little bit later on. I think maybe you might have to talk to the female in this town, or the, yeah, because he's the king. There's a female. May have to go back and talk to him. These are the lizards, as I said. You kind of want to avoid them. Oop. Oh, I'm going to be fighting them. Okay, well, we'll just fight. This is also part of the issue with... That's also part of the issue with fighting lizards, is kind of eats up quite a lot of your weapons. Yeah, I'm already down 15 weapons, I guess. Again, if you didn't know, these weapons don't last forever. There are some weapons that do. We're going to be getting one in this world, but not all of them. I don't think you have to talk to the female and then go back and talk to the king, but... Why not, while we're here? Oh, bandit. Is this the weapon? Nope, this is this. That's right. I think they changed strength in this game. Strength potion to muscle. Now we're going to get to those. Not terrible, but not great either. Okay, you're going to want to hang around this town. This is kind of the boring part. It shouldn't take too long to get where we need to be, but I usually just sit here and walk back and forth until I get... I'm not going to fight him. Usually I'm just trying to get goblins. We want to try at least get a couple of more agility. Maybe 1 or 2 more. There we go. We almost kind of want to get to the point where we're one-shotting the goblins. That'll make our life a little bit easier. Just do a weapon check. I still got quite a bit, but probably by the time I need to go and fight this first little boss, we'll call him, I'm going to need to buy another set of rapiers. You can fast forward through this part if you'd like. Oh, we gotta avoid the zombies. Now, I'm not sure if you knew this as well, but in the original game, if you ran at least 3 times, if it said can't run, on the 3rd time you'll be able to go. I think that it's been changed. I'm just not 100% sure. Oh, let's try fighting it, maybe. $50. All for just 40 gold pieces, or GP. So you're going to be doing a lot of the work here in the first world. The reason why you want to do the armor first is because once you're wearing the armor, don't get rid of your gold armor, because you will need it before you fight the main boss of this world. But you're going to be pretty much unstoppable. Nothing's going to be able to hit you, or pretty much nothing will be able to hit you with the king armor. The second will be the king's sword, because it's one of the weapons that does not wear down once you use it, and you're going to need that to be used for farming, and that's just for simply farming gold pieces. This is just the tedious part, as I say, because early on, because we're not all that strong just yet, we want to try and get just goblins. If we can, every goblin that we face, we want to try and fight them. What do I do one for that? Let's go get another. Well, we'll fight this guy in the way. We're gonna go get another rapier, and we're going to go and get another agility at this point. I think we might need a couple more agilities, and we will be able to one-shot the goblins. I think we need at least 16. So I think if we get one more agility, that should do it. Save, save, save. Always save. Ah, here's that albatross I was talking about. I'll wear the albatross for just one more day. Oh, I messed up those lyrics. That's from the song Albatross from Big Wreck. Very, very big fan, pardon the pun, of Big Wreck. Canadian band out of Toronto. And look at that, we're through our first set of rapiers. So we're still not one-shotting these goblins yet. We're getting close. That's the way I was gauging it when I was doing my test runs on this. Is that if I could one-shot the goblins, I'm good to go for the first little guy. And we're gonna try and get our hit points above 100 as well. And if I die, well, I'll save right before, and I'll come back out and I'll just farm again. I don't know if I want to fight these lizards. Why not? I got the rapiers. Let's do it. This is gonna eat up, I think, 9 of them. It was just the fact that lizards have very, very strong defense, so they eat up quite a lot. So let's go back and get one more agility. $17. Oh, it's just going up slowly with a crawl. Just trying to make this neat and tidy. Let's see if we can find a goblin, if we are able to one-shot him. Now, maybe just for measure, just to show you, you see how everything's kind of moving at the pace that it is. I'll do it after this one. I'm going to change it to normal speed, just to show you. So obviously I'm playing in fast mode, just so that it speeds things up a little bit more. Let's try an albatross. Oh wow, I one-shot the albatross. Well, that's pretty good. Now we're cooking. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so we're able to kind of one-shot the goblins. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just get enough gold to get 400, plus maybe 500. What I'll do is I'll buy another set of rapiers, I'll buy another HP 200, and one more agility. Can't hurt. Like to get it over, well, you know what, let's try it without it. Let's say I wanted to get it maybe over 500, but no biggie. But, well, we got our hit points above 100. We have ooh, I don't know if I like that. Let's go fight a little bit more. This is gonna eat up a lot again, but that's okay. This is essentially so I can buy another rapier. Easy. There we go. Oops. Let's see what else is in here, just for fun. You're blocking my way. We got lots of potions. A potion on our character. Save, save, save. Alright, now we're going into the bandit cave. I'm gonna go to the right. I don't think there's anything on the left. Now, in this room, I know if you hug the right wall from here, there should be a treasure room, but we can't get to it just yet until we defeat the bandit. See, there you go. Third time I ran. Okay, I'm gonna save it just in here, just before we go in. Save. Yes. Like I said, save, save, save. All right, let's try this out. First little mini boss of this game, which is the bandit. Now, he's also going to administer almost like a poisonous skin on himself, where it will damage you every turn. That's why you should have a potion at least equipped on you to help you out with that. And if you get too low, just pay attention to how hard he's hitting. All right, let's go. C6 damage every round. Boom. Easy. Should probably just heal ourselves up just so we don't get stranded. Save. What you're gonna get, I think, over here is you might get a... Oh, wow, it hit us. I think what we get is we get... I guess we'll just wait and see. You're gonna get something to sell. I think you're gonna get a muscle or an agility and a potion. So you get muscle. No, let's not fight these just yet. And you get bronze. You can sell that bronze. And let's run out. Alright. Let's go back and talk to the female. Oh. 4. After 5 tries. So maybe that's that's been removed, that little glitch. There's another glitch in the game that I'm going to talk about much later. I'm sure if you might have found that exploit. That's a pretty big game changer, especially when it comes to the end boss. You're going to be able to beat the end boss in a couple of rounds. And this game is essentially just setting yourself up just to get to the end boss. I'm sure if you were able to go straight to the end boss with this one item, with your initial stats, you might be able to beat him. And let's talk to her. Now let's go back and talk to the king. So we're going to get the king armor. There we go. All those O's are in there just because they randomly picked, or they think there's a set list of the characters that they wish to talk to or wish to talk about. And we obviously only have the one character. And there we go. We've got king armor. So like I mentioned earlier, do not get rid of this. Don't get rid of your gold armor. Now, off to King's Sword. And I think, let's... My stats going against King's Sword were, the last time I played this, were hit points at 112, my strength was at 6, my agility was at 16, and my defense was at 23. Let's see how I match up. So my defense is 26, it was 23 before. My agility is higher at 19, but my hit points are not as high as they were. So, why don't we go and get a couple of hit point potions? Just use that muscle, just so while we have it, and why not? And let's sell bronze shield. 20 gold pieces. Just organizing this, just again how I like to set my item screen up. Okay, off to King's Sword. Just make sure that we are equipped. Yep. Yep, I think we've got more than enough. I'm only running because I don't really want to waste my rapiers, but I may not have a choice. There we go. Now, if you notice, maybe the structure there of the castle, that it's also the same structure that they used in the original Final Fantasy for some of the castles there. Okay, so we're in Castle Sword, or King's Sword, sorry. The Castle of King's Sword, there we go. I don't think there's any one specific way you have to take. You just got to get to that door there. Try and avoid those knights because they are monsters, but they will come into play a little bit later on. Just after we beat this and get ourselves a little bit set up more. Gotta wait for this guy to move. Let's just save right here. This is gonna, so that other door is just gonna take you to the outside that you can see in this room on the other side of the black border there. There we go. This is King's Sword. If I don't beat him, well, we'll just restart and restart that portion, and I'll go and farm some more. So let's go it. Keep going. Just keep an eye on your hit points. Boom. Okay, now the fun begins. And by fun, I mean grinding, so to speak. But let's just organize this a little bit more. We don't really need to take up all that spot. Now, looking at your stats, I would suggest that you can fight the monsters on this floor if you want, or you can fight the monsters anywhere in the castle. I would suggest, though, that you get some money as quick as possible to get your strength up to about where I'm at right now, where you're pretty much one-shotting all the enemies. So let's just go and fight a little bit more. Yep. So you're only hitting them with 10. How much gold pieces do we get? 120. That's what I got. You know what? Let's just fight another round, because I'll probably get some, and then we'll go and get some muscle, as they call it. Pretty much fighting everything and anything we can get our hands on at this point. Ooh, red horns. These are a little different, difficult, but still do a decent job. Now, the sword fights with strength. That, like I said before, with the rapiers, they were more agility, and this is more strength. This is now where we need the strength. Now, be careful, because I don't know. Yeah, sometimes they're not in the top spot. Well, that should give us some good stuff. Let's check out what our stats are now. Strength at 17. So you know what? We'll get one more just to match our agility, and then I'm going to set ourselves up and explain what to do next. How much? We could be a little bit. That's okay. Let's start walking back, maybe. Get lucky and get some monsters on the way. I'm just wandering around because I want to try and at least get one more strength potion. And check it out. Go explore. There we go. There's our 300 gold pieces, because they all cost 300 gold pieces. There we go. Strength at 19. Okay. You're going to go from here. You're going to go back to King's Sword Castle. fight anything and everything you can along the way. You're not going to probably get damaged by much. And you've got the King's Sword, which you're not going to run out of any. Now that you're in here, usually, I'll show you there. You can see that guy there. This is usually who I like to, actually, I like starting maybe on this side, because sometimes the... one-shotting most of the enemies here. So, yeah, he usually spawns there, so sometimes I like to save it right there. So I'm gonna just show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit here, and we're going to be fighting these monsters. Oh, see him now, I'm on top of him. It's just where he spawns. So, I'm going to kind of leave it at that right now. You're going to see that monster kind of walking back and forth. This is the guy that I usually like to just sit and fight. The purpose of this at this point is you're going to farm gold pieces. And I think I mentioned it earlier. I think I needed about 25,000 to 30,000. And what you want to do is you want to max out your strength at 99 and your agility at 99. And it's going to be a little bit frustrating at some point. I wouldn't say frustrating, but you're going to get to essentially to 98. And you can't go to 100 because at this point, with the agility and the muscle potions that we get, you're only going to probably go up by 2 each time. We also want to get our hit points above 200 as a little bit. Once you hit 200 hit points and above, though, if you're only using the hit point 200 potion, you're only going to go up by 1 point at a time. At least that's what I remember from the original game. So, happy hunting. I can tell you, you're going to probably experience maybe a little bit of a difference than what I did at this point by farming this these monsters. It took me about an hour and a half to get about 30,000 gold pieces, and it's just a grind. I'm not going to sit here and play through the farming, so I think this is a good spot to call it a day. I thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.